MLB Network has Saturday Night Baseball from St. Louis tonight. Here's Jason Hayward now. He begins this one with the fourth best batting average in the National League.
One of the best hitters in baseball, and he does it with some damage too. Lots of extra base hits. He's in the top 5 in the league in slugging percentage as well.
Bader has it, and it's a quick out, number 1. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Dero, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Are we still a big believer in batting average, Matty? In today's game, I'm more interested in the OPS number. But that's not to take anything away from this offense. They lead the league in batting average, and what that tells me is they're getting a lot of guys on base. There's a lot of guys with some good approaches and good plans today. See if that leads to a bunch of runs.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Coming down in buckets, cats and dogs, insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
Total agreement, Matt, in particular that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Bader is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is retired. Cubs are down in order. Nothing for the Cubs to start. Cards coming up next. You're dialed into MLB Network. John Lester will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, it's not too hard to figure out why this guy's one of the top pitchers having a big year. Look at that ERA, sub 1.0 ERA on the season. He's been nearly untouchable up to this point. And we should have a fun time watching this guy do what he does on the mound today in this one.
Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, all you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Yeah, Matty V. And you know one thing you don't want to do here, D-Rose, you've been on some good teams, not to lose focus at this point of the year, to keep the big picture in sight, because there is a postseason lurking, and it's so easy to get ahead of yourselves and not take the rest of the schedule serious.
I think the nice thing for this team is that they won the division. They will, for whatever happens, get a 5-game series. It's not that 1-game wild card, win or go home. This team can prepare themselves to battle and try and win 3 out of 5.
Now a moment here in St. Louis to look at the Cardinals starting lineup. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Yeah, Matt, I think everyone should keep an eye on Colton Wong. He's on a nice stretch. That's 3 home runs in his last 10 games. He's swinging the bat really well right now. And by watching his mannerisms in the box, he just looks comfortable in the plate. He's in some kind of a groove.
Wong is a guy you have to keep an eye on in the batter's box. He's definitely been known to drop down a bunt from time to time. That's something he's really good at.
And in today's game, Matty, this is such a lost art. I know you love this one. Guy dropping a drag bunt down for a knock, putting him up, putting him down, getting down to first base line, definitely sets the tone for the team.
Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now, as he connects on the first pitch with a fly ball to center. Hayward coming on. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. Still no score. Second inning coming up in St. Louis, and with a little bit more on the weather forecast, here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, these conditions aren't really ideal for baseball right now, but I am hearing that they're expected to improve as the game progresses. The grounds crew told me between innings that the field's in good shape. They're going to continue to work on keeping it dry, but we should be in for more favorable weather later in the game.
Heidi, thanks. And Dero, I'll send this one to you. As an infielder, these are games that can really challenge a player.
At times, you have to stay focused, though. For me, a little dampness, a little rain, a little weather coming through might actually do the infield dirt a little good. Some guys like to keep it bone dry. I like it a little wet. Ball stays down. The St. Louis Cardinals attack you on defense in this fashion. And let's focus on the captain of the defense, Yadier Molina. Future Hall of Famer, ability to control a pitching staff and shut down the opposition's running game.
Striding into the box, Kyle Schwarber having a very nice year, currently second in the NL batting chase. He turns on it and sends it deep down the line in right. And that one is gone. A solo home run for Kyle Schwarber. So he creeps ever closer to triple digits. And the Cubs are on the board first, 1-0. So we'll take one more look. And boy, he just continues to hit the ball out of the ballpark at an alarming rate. What a year. 40, Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. Hit down the third base line. But this is foul for the first strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Lifted in the air out to left. Ozuna is under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Batting 7th, the second baseman, number 16.
Into the box, Garcia, as you get a look at his current righty-lefty splits entering play in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Line shot to second, but it's caught and the side is retired. Cubs are on the board first thanks to this solo home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's now 1-0 Chicago. Here's Marcell Ozuna. His past history against John Lester. He has 7 hits in 27 at-bats. 2 of those hits were for home runs. Ozuna, a native of the Dominican Republic. He's a veteran of 7 years at the major league level.
I guess he's really trying to measure that fastball in his first at-bat, but you really never want to put yourself in 0-2 count if you could do anything about it.
The 0-2 once more. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Therefore, it is Hayward now, 1 away.
So here's how the Chicago Cubs are positioned defensively.
Shortstop.
And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
DeYoung in an 0-2 hole here.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Grounded back up the middle. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
Hey, this guy's been slumping at the plate. Saw his average fall below 240 prior to this at bat. That knock had to feel good.
Carpenter.
Well, that's off the plate.
Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. DeYoung, base runner at first with 1 out. One and 2 now. Fouled off. And he struck him out.
Runner on first in a double play situation, so you expect to see a lot of pitches down in the zone. So I think that pitch up right there was a good one. Obviously, the double play is more efficient, but you're always going to take a K when you're on the mound.
And that'll bring up the former top prospect Harrison Bader. So we check out how he did in August versus how he's finishing off the season down the stretch here in September. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. We've played 2 full. The Cubs are on top, 1-0. Next to bat will be Victor Caratini. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. Here comes the first pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Bader sprinting after it. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
The pitcher, John.
Stepping in, John Lester, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Line towards center field. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit. So the lineup card turns over with one away following the base hit out of the pitcher's spot.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Ready now, Jason Hayward. He flew out in his last at-bat. From the stretch. Well hit to right, but a foul ball. Runners on first with one down. Line drive, base hit to right. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
The right fielder.
Hey guys, he's got to be shaking his head right there on the mound. He executed everything he wanted to in his game plan right there. Breaking ball below the zone, and he's able to dig that out for a base hit. He has to be frustrated right now.
Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. As he arrives at second without a play, as a run will score on the play as well.
Up next for the Cubs.
So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. Striding in, Chris Bryant. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. 1 run is in. Throw comes to second, and he is thrown out trying for the double, but he'll get credit for 2 RBIs here.
Shortstop.
Now at the plate, Javier Baez. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. He sends it out to left field. Well hit. And it's gone as they add still another.
The batter, the left fielder, Kyle.
Stepping in now, Kyle Schwarber. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. The windup and the 0-1. Liner into right center. That's a base hit.
The catcher, number 40.
So in now for Chicago, Wilson Contreras. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Right side hit hard. He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's through into right. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Now batting.
Hey, after that hit right there, Dero, that extends his hitting streak to 6 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 6 days in a row with knocks will help you sleep better at night, Dan.
Here comes the Cardinal manager up out of the dugout out to the mound. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. So as he leaves, I would imagine these fans would not be much pleased with his performance here this evening, as he certainly was not sharp. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Leading off the inning, Yadier Molina, and they'll need him to get something going here. And here's a called strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1. Fouled away. Again, he sends it out of play. Ready with another 0-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Two and 2 to the Cardinals catcher.
He's got him on the ropes at 2-2, but I don't think he'll try to get him out with another curveball. He's seen it already a couple of times, so it's not going to surprise him anymore.
So he gets the swinging strikeout on the changeup. Yadier Molina is retired for the first out here in the bottom half of the third. Schwarber on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, right fielder, Jose.
Digging in, Jose Martinez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Grounded weakly down the line toward third. Lester has his target. Here's the 0-1. Hit on the ground out to short. Backhanded. In a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. Down in order go the Cardinals. Start of the fourth upcoming, but first Heidi Watney standing by with a report.
Thanks, Matt. Between innings, I was able to discuss the current state of the Cubs lineup with manager Joe Maddon. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said their ability to get on the attack and chase the opposing starter from the game prior to the fourth inning obviously sets them up nicely for the rest of the game. Now, he just hopes they can keep that same focus at the plate in the middle and late frames, Matt.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Now batting.
Stepping up now, John Lester. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, he showed like a little prowess with the bat right there, Dan. I'd be surprised if they don't attack him a little bit more carefully this AB.
On to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the fourth.
Now batting. The
so bases are empty here with Jason 2 gone, and that'll bring up the multi-gold glover Jason Hayward. Driven nicely into the gap. And this will bang up against the wall. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away. The baseball's a game of streaks and runs, and he is on one right now.
No question, he's swinging the bat very well of late, and when that's the case, you can't wait to get in the batter's box. Definitely the case in this game. That's his second base knock. This one for extra bases.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here. Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong. He'll match up with John Lester now to lead off the inning.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Nope, ball 1.
And that misses 1-1.
1-1.
Below the zone, a swing and a miss.
I got the count 1-2.
The 1-2. And he fouls this one off. Again, a 1-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Here's another 1-2. High in the air out to center field. Hayward has a read on it. Makes the play, 1 away.
The batter, the first baseman, Paul.
Standing in, Paul Goldschmidt. He's 0 for 1 thus far. A ball and no strikes. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Popped him up. Contreras waits on it. 2 gone.
The left fielder, number 23.
Stepping into the box, Marcell Ozuna. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Lester gets the sign. 0-1 pitch on its way. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now.
This is what makes him so dangerous as a pitcher. 5 weapons that he can go to, and he's working ahead in the count.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. They can't. Here's Chris Bryant now. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA, and what is he doing? He shows up.
He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
Boy, that would look like a cinch extra base hit off the bat, but a terrific diving catch in left center field.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line drive to left. Ozuna is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
The batter, the left fielder.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and next it'll be the left-handed power threat Kyle Schwarber. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line hard to center field. Bader is there, and it's a 3-pitch inning. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cardinals to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They've only managed 1 base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the 5th the same way he ended the 4th with a punch-out, 1 away. At the plate, Matt Carpenter. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB. This is one of the things that makes him so effective as a pitcher, able to pound the zone with all different options.
And that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit.
Yeah, Matt, he's locked in and pretty dominant since the first. So as long as he can get back in that groove with the next batter, he's not going to worry too much about it.
Taken, but that catches the inside part of the plate. The 0-2 once more is a ball below the zone.
1 ball.
Well, this is an approach we've seen him use effectively lately. Set up the inside and then get him out with pitches away.
Got him. Lester sets. First pitch on the way. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. 0-1 the count to Molina. Hard hit ball to second. Reined in. He'll go to Baez at second for the force, and that ends the inning. Cards leave 1. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Standing in, Wilson Contreras. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
40, Wilson Contreras.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Contreras swings, and this is well hit to left. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo shot that time for Wilson Contreras. Number 35 now on the season. As they pile on, it's now 6-0. In now, Garcia.
Yeah, it's a long season with a lot of peaks and valleys, but he's getting hot here in September. That bodes well for him and his team as things crank up in October. We'll see if he can stay hot when it matters the most.
Hard hit ball to second. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
Up next for the Cubs.
Ready once again, Victor Caratini. 0 for 2 for him to this point. First delivery to him on the way. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. The windup and the 0-1. And it's fouled away. High and deep to right. Martinez going back on it, and it's gone.
Now batting.
Standing in now, John Lester. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Here comes the 0-1. Liner towards second, but this is going to be hauled in out there at second base for out number 2.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Ready for another shot now. Jason
Hayward.
He doubled his last time through.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everyone's.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is.
Your
Jed
attention,
Jerko
please.
is going to come off the
Pinch hitting
bench
for the
as he'll be
Cardinals.
asked to lead off the
Number
bottom of
3.
inning number 6.
Jed
And he gets ahead 0-1.
Jerko.
And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
Now
So he
batting,
gets the swinging
the right
strikeout on the
fielder,
changeup. Jed
Jose
Jerko is dealt with for the first out in the
Martinez.
bottom of the inning. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Jose Martinez. He's rolled into groundouts a couple of times already here in the ballgame. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1. 0-2 the count to Jose Martinez.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident attacking the strike zone. And when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
So it was a strikeout swinging.
The
Jose
batter,
Martinez
the
goes
second
down for
baseman,
the second out here in the
Jose.
bottom half. And he
Walk.
just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
And there's number 8, 1 away.
And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here.
Ladies and
Austin
gentlemen,
Gumber
your
comes on to
attention,
pitch now,
please.
hoping for better results than
pitching
the
for
other
the
arms
Cardinals.
that they've run out there in
Number
this one.
36,
First pitch
Austin
on its way.
Gumber.
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. Drilled to the left side. Played on the backhand. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting.
Well, it certainly
the
was a
third baseman,
bang-bang play, so no
Chris
surprise here that they're
Bryant.
giving it another look, and they may decide to challenge the call on the field.
Well, I think we're going to have to wait and see what the word is from the dugout. But here's another look at it. Wow. Tough to tell if he was out for certain from that angle. I can see why this was a really tough call for the umpire.
So striding in, Chris Bryant. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Hit hard down the left field line. But this will be foul.
You pull a fastball like that, you got to tell yourself to slow it down a little bit, play more gap to gap, and keep that front shoulder square pointed towards the pitcher. That'll keep it.
Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head.
The batter, number 9, shortstop.
So it's a runner at
Javier
first as a result of the
Baez.
throwing error. And coming forward now is the shortstop, Javier Baez, from the stretch. Turned on that one and crushed it, just pulled it a little foul. Bryant stands at first with 1 out. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this.
Into the second deck and gone.
Two runs on the board after the home run by Javi Baez. His second of the game as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now. Fans are getting plenty of souvenirs today. That's the 5th ball we've seen clear the fence by just this one lineup alone.
Yeah, Matty V. How about this, D-Row? If you come to watch offense, you've picked the right game to come and
Now
see.
batting,
5 bombs
the left
from
fielder,
one team.
Kyle
Everybody in the lineup.
Schwarber.
They're making fun right now of the guys who don't have a homer in this one.
And that's cut on and missed. 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. He pulls this one into right. Martinez is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone.
Now batting, catcher, Wilson.
Striding in once again, Wilson Contreras. He went deep last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. This is line to left. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Stepping in for the Cardinals, Paul Goldschmidt. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Behind 0-2 now. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? And what's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Into the box, Marcell Ozuna. As Lester jumps ahead of him here with strike 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. A swing and a ground ball to third. Bryant's got it, and that's the second out.
Now batting, the shortstop.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder, Paul DeYoung. A hit in 2 tries so far. Loud contact there, but it's well foul. Lester's ready. 0-1 pitch on its way. Swing and a miss. That one tied him up.
So far, this has been a terrific outing for this guy. Throwing well, keeping his pitches to a minimum, locating his fastball to both sides of the plate. Good command of the off-speed pitches. Very little traffic on the bases. So far, he couldn't have drawn up to be any better than he has been so far in this one.
Carpenter.
Swing and a miss on a ball out of the zone.
0-1's the count.
I like that he used the curveball to get ahead there. That's a tough pitch to hit in this lefty-lefty matchup. So if you can get it over the plate on the first pitch, it can be pretty effective.
And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. 1 left for the Cardinals. They're looking up at a 9-0 deficit. Now at the plate, Garcia. He was a ground-out victim last time up.
The second baseman, number 16.
Here comes the first pitch. Here's a high pop-up. Goldschmidt is there. Makes the play, 1 away.
The first baseman,
time to take a look at our starter comparison to this point, and the telling numbers can be found on the left side of your screen. Zeros in the run and earned run columns. Digging in to try it again, Victor Caratini. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Popped him up. Molina is camped under this one, and that's out number 2.
Now batting, the
good
pitcher,
old-fashioned Midwest
John
battle here in St. Louis
Lester.
with the visiting Cubs leading the Cardinals here in the 8th as you take a look at our line score to this point. So here now's the pitcher, John Lester. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, he's digging for second. And he is into second with a 2-out double.
Left fielder really never had a chance at that one at all.
Now
it was
batting,
over his head before he knew it, bouncing off the base of the wall for an easy double. Those are the kind of shots anyone would feel good about.
Into the box now, Jason Hayward. Line drive, base hit. Almora isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate. He'll score easily as they extend their lead even further.
The right
Dakota Hudson enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Attention, please.
Nicholas
pitching for the
Castellanos
Cardinals.
will be the first to greet him
Number
here as he
43.
stands in with a runner at first and 2 away. Martinez on the move. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. It's a run on 2 hits, 1 left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Cubs lead this one 10-0. Kyle Ryan is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Leading off
Ready with
for
the first
St. Louis,
pitch. Here it comes.
the
And
center
he
fielder,
tries to hold back on the
Harrison.
swing, but I think it
0-1
would have been
count.
ruled a strike
Frazier.
anyway. It's 0-1. Lifted into the air to shallow center. Hayward coming on. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Up next for the
The
Cardinals.
Cubs are into their bullpen
The
now
catcher,
as there are the final
Yadier.
numbers for their starter. He was on point from the
Molina.
get-go this evening.
Yeah, he looked really dialed in from start to finish. This is the kind of outing you hope for every time you go out there. So I think he'll feel pretty good about the effort he put forth in this one.
And there's out number 2.
Now batting, number 43.
And now we're going to have a delay as some nitwit has jumped over the railing and is running
Ladies
around
and
in right
gentlemen,
field.
your
And of course,
attention,
we will
please.
not show this to you,
Pinch
but
hitting for the
suffice to say that
Cardinals.
local security
Number
has got him
34.
surrounded, and he can look forward to
Gyro.
spending the rest of this evening in the cooler.
Munoz.
Behind 0-2 now.
He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning.
Down in order go the Cardinals. Starting to look bleak, down 10-0.
Your
Mike
attention,
Hauschild
please.
comes on to pitch now,
Now
hoping for
pitching
better
for the
results than the
Cardinals.
other arms that
Number
they've run out there
77.
in this one.
Mike Hauschild.
Here comes the first pitch. High and deep to right center. Bader moving to his left, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting,
Here's
The
Javier
shortstop.
Baez, and he's coming off a
Javier
2-run homer his
Baez.
last time around. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit sharply on the ground. Throw, and he's called out on a close play at first.
now batting, left fielder.
Stepping up to the
Kyle
plate, Kyle Schwarber.
Schwarber.
2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. Hot shot towards the hole. On to first, and they don't come any easier than that. A 3. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Jose Martinez.
Leading
He's
off
going to
for
lead
St.
things
Louis.
off in their half of the
The right
9th
fielder,
as they try to avoid the
Jose.
dreaded shutout.
It's never a good
Martinez.
feeling to get shut out. And over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Back up the middle. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in.
Hey, guys, that's an excellent job right there. That's a back foot
Now
slider.
batting,
Usually
second
those are
baseman,
kryptonite for most
Coach
batters,
Ed.
and he's able to fight it off, keep his hands inside the baseball, and deliver a base hit.
0-1.
First pitch is a slider called for a strike. Oh, good spot. On the black for strike 2.
Hey, that's case in point right there. He thought that was going to hollow out his rib and ended up being a strike.
Martinez on at first, nobody out. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. The next to bat for St. Louis,
Now
Paul
batting,
Goldschmidt.
first
He
baseman,
struck out swinging in his
Paul
last trip to the plate.
Goldschmidt.
No balls and a strike to count. Oh, and that is right down the middle for strike 2.
Can't say he's tickling around the zone. Those last 2 pitches were pretty much grooved right down the middle, but it didn't bite him.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Paul Goldschmidt
fielder,
goes
number
down, and they've
23,
got only 1 out
Marcel.
left to work with.
Ozuna.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over. 10-0, the final shutout score in this one.